how the boats really do make an impact into the game. Trust me, whenever I was playing, it was difficult to get around. Anytime you're going beachside, you're getting taken out by something.
Yeah, and I mean, what we were seeing here was an attack boat daring to go very close to the shoreline, which means that in any bush, behind any rock, there might be an RPG. So, I mean, we're still tweaking and tuning to find that balance. We don't have a super vehicle on the battlefield, since it's always key that we have kind of the rock, paper, scissors gameplay in place.
So one of the things that we talk about it greatly about Levolution, there's a lot of questions about weather dynamics and how does it really impact the game. So first, we'll talk about the Recon class. Does it really make a difference? Does it make an impact on when you're sniping and the bullet drag to it?
You mean that the wind picks up?
Right.
No, actually, that's a good point. Maybe that's something for the future. So, no, we haven't taken it to that extent. And to be honest, Battlefield we always say that it's perceived realism. We want you to feel that, yes, this is the real thing, but when you go at it, we don't want to create a simulator. It should be easy to get into, and I think with that random factor of the wind, it would be almost impossible for many people to get into it.
Well, especially with that storm that rolls in. So.
Yeah.
So the next question then is similar to it as well. With the weather that's going through, you can see that the trees are being swayed. Is it any more difficult for a helicopter or pilot to be able to fly during that storm?
No, same thing there. It's all of these cool things that when we start building up a concept and we start brainstorming and we throw out the ideas and it seems like a super great idea until you realize that many people are still struggling with, getting into planes and helicopters, and that's why we're adding the test range to add another dynamic element that sometimes it's never fun to die because basically you don't really know what happened.
Right.
If you can feel that your enemy was superior or you did a stupid move, then it's always okay to die. But when you start blaming the game since something happened that wasn't within kind of your understanding, then you start blaming the game, and then me as a designer have failed.
So one of the other last question, talking about weather dynamics, it just all of that's happened is it sparked up a lot of different creative ideas, and one of which I know the answer to, but I have to ask it just so the community knows that we are listening, that we are paying attention. Does the sun move as the day goes on, or can we see like a night type of game, or are we going to see the sun be in a completely different placement?
So we have the possibility with the Frostbite 3 engine to do the full day cycle, but once again, especially many of the smaller modes are intended to allow you to be competitive and have a predictable experience even 2 years from now when you're still gaming. So we have the possibility of changing the sun. We can go from early morning to a brighter day and so on, but we don't want to twist and turn everything too much since you want to be able to have a certain predictability.
So one of the questions that's been asked multiple times now, in Battlefield 3 we had Conquest and we had Conquest Large. Are we going to start to see variable map types where we get just based off of the number of players that are in the server, or are we going to go back to what we had in Battlefield 3?
I think when we launch, we will aim for not Ciba Tower scaled and not Bandar, but slightly larger and slightly smaller. So maps that we feel and we look at the data what people prefer to play. And then as we go on, we can start experimenting. But I think what you can see here, what we're showing on the floor is 64 players Conquest or 32 player Obliteration. And behind closed doors, we're showing it doing Domination just on the main island on the PlayStation 4. And all of those delivered completely different experiences. So rather than building super extremely small maps or large maps, we've worked really hard with delivering the best possible game mode on each and every level.
So one of the things that's also been asked, especially since there's such water has such a majority of this map, do bullets travel? So say, for instance, I'm the enemy and I decide to dive under the water. does the bullet trajectory, does it change any whenever it's getting shot through the water?
So Alan Kurtz back home might kill me now, but in the discussions we've had, I think where we are right now, and as I say, we're showing you this while it's still work in progress, but the bullet does travel below the water, but it loses strength, to my understanding. That's at least what I heard last when we talked about this in our discussion.
Not official stuff. It may or may not be the way that it could be, but it might want to be.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, there's lots of little things. I'm standing here, I'm looking at how people play. I'm picking up on feedback and ideas and what we hear in community and forums, and there's still room to do a lot of tweaks and tunes based on what community is telling us. So, yeah, it's eyes open until we put it in a box and put it in the stores.
Well, I know that one of the things that I was trying to do is trying different varieties of things where I'd go out onto the shipwreck that's out there near the windmill, and I tried to get on the edge of the boat and sing, but that's where that no man's land is, and won't allow me to get over there because I wanted to try to ride the boat in when the storm was rolling in. So I've tried.
You know, without a doubt, though, I'm excited to see what we're going to have here with Obliteration. Of course, you can see the map there on the screen, kind of just like floating around there all majestically. And, you know, just to talk about this spectator mode again, because I know we may have some new viewers, new visitors. If you joined us at E3 and you saw that spectator mode, you were like, man, that's actually awesome. That's really good. They just took it a step further with this build, and just spectator mode is just phenomenal. I mean, lots of good additions. You know, they updated some of the graphics, like for the lower third, for like the name card, I should say, of the player. When you're in third person, you can clearly see what gun they're using, attachments, all that. And if you haven't been having a keen eye toward that, we'll be sure to point that out to you as this day goes on. But we are waiting right now. There you can see the map as well in the tabletop perspective, Paracel, Storm, and it is certainly a doozy, man. This map is insane.
One of the things, though, so just talking in terms of Obliteration, this is the island that the bomb will spawn on. This island also has some very interesting hidden weapons. I noticed that the community really didn't mention anything about any of these hidden weapons, which I thought was kind of peculiar, but there's this sniper rifle that allows you to have the capability to zero in, so you set up your distance of how far you think they are. There is a rangefinder on this weapon. And it's a one-shot kill. I mean, so at any distance. So whenever I picked up this weapon,
I believe it's the AWP or something like that.
No, well, it's like similar weapons. It's not the AWP. Trust me, I know what that weapon looks like. And so in here though, and again, it's just a one-shot weapon. And then if you look over here, there's also another gun as well. We've been told that this weapon can basically just blow through walls. Well, those were the two locations that we had mentioned before. We'll go ahead and help the community out now. There's also another one. I'm going to do my best to actually find this one because I don't have an indicator here.
This is Corey searching, guys. If you could see his face, he's like so stone certain. He's just like, I'm looking intently.
It's somewhere on this island here.
Hopefully he finds it.
Probably not.
Maybe it's in the shrubs, in the bushes.
It's in the shrubbery?
In the shrubbery. There you go.
So there is another weapon that's basically, it's a sniper rifle that's in this location. For those of you that are questioning, that are wondering, well, how do you find that? There is an indicator on the map for the player that's in your bottom left-hand side of your screen. So it looks like the game has started, so we'll go ahead and get back into it with these players. As you can see, there are different points. There is a parachute drop point. We'll go and look at the overview right here. There is two parachute drop points here, as one's going to be right here in this location and the other one's going to be on this side. So it allows players to go ahead and drop into the action right away. So it gets you right into it from that point. You also still have your spawn points, and you can spawn off of your squad as well.
Yeah, and I'm actually taking a look here at Bravo 4, Corey, who's identified a couple of parachute people. Just met, is it Bravo 4? Yeah, Bravo 4. There you go. That's my boy. So he's using, I want to talk about the camos real quick, because I had a chance to play while you were interviewing Lars.
Done. Out of here. Eastern Turtle by far is the best camouflage
Eastern Turtle, yeah,
out of all of them.
It really is
so
a sick camo. It really is. I don't disagree with you on that one. Look at that. You can see the players parachuting in. So basically, I was like, I wonder how many camos there are, right? And I looked, and there were like, I think 15 to 16 camos on this one gun. I thought, wow, that's a lot of camos for one gun. Then I noticed there were 4 categories.
6.
Oh, there's 6.
There's 6.
I missed it. I missed the other 2. How is it you always seem to catch that little bit? I mean, 6 categories. Let's just put it like this.
I told you yesterday.
There's
you
a crap ton of camos.
Oh, I think there's 20 or more camos. I was like, no,
like,
brah.
It's like, no, brah. There's like 80. It's a lot. There are a lot of camos.
But these are all, of course, here at Gamescom, they're all unlocked. Every item is unlocked for the most part. That does not necessarily mean that we have everything that we're going to see at the end of it all, or the initial release.
There's just so many things. I was just using one of the PDWs in the build. I believe I think I was using the PP something. Not entirely sure the name of the gun here. Actually, I think that was it. Which one is this? What weapon is he using? And actually, we'll go ahead and show this one to you.
This is a G36C. So there was a question out there on Reddit that asked, well, is my G36C going to be there? There you go. We answered your question for you. So we are going to have that weapon that's going to be available in this game as well.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead and take a look at it in action here with the iron sights too, which are pretty clear. I have to say the iron sights in this game are really impressive as well, because I am a red dot user. By nature, I just go after a red dot all the time. And although the IRV scope is really, really good, I do find that the iron sights for a lot of these weapons are equally as reliable, and they allow you to, I guess, put on a couple things. I don't ever see a reason for you not to put a red dot on there, because there isn't a penalty for having a red dot on your gun. But again, it's like if you're using an SMG, I don't think a red dot is as important for you, because you're going to get a big jump with the gun when you shoot it like through the sights there. But if you decide to go with hip fire, you're probably going to be okay in regards to that, which is basically what I was doing. I was using a laser sight, green laser sight, which, by the way, green laser sight, I'm not too sure if there's like a difference with the green or the red. I think it's just preference in color. I know one is a little bit, I know the red laser sight, if I'm correct, is easier to see than the green laser sight, especially on maps like this. But that's just from that's just like a personal thing from my perspective.
Let's go ahead and find a good player here while we have a quick little discussion right now. So there's been questions about vehicles and all the different types of things that you can have with it, all of the weapons. So we'll just kind of run through it pretty quickly. So we've got the anti-aircraft, of course, the AA. You've got a 20 millimeter camera or 30 millimeter cannon. You also, for the secondary side, you've got heat seekers, you've got a passive radar, a Zuni rocket, as well as an active radar. Then you look at some of the countermeasures. You can look at the IR smoke screen, fire extinguisher, active protection. Then for your optics, you have your zoom optics, your IRNV optics, and your thermal optics. And then, of course, for your upgrades, you've got your maintenance, thermal camo, autoloader, proximity scan, reactive armor, and air radar. And then guess what? You can give it a paint job as well. And of course, you know what I go with? The Eastern Turtle.
Yeah, Eastern Turtle's your thing, man. It's
awesome, man.
That's going to be the Corey Dunn camo. You know that.
It's done.
That's going to be the Corey Dunn camo, straight up. It's like Eastern Turtle, boom, that's it.
Yeah, so one of the other things that we kind of look at as well is going to be the attack boat. Of course, you've got different modes of your primary weapon, 25 millimeter, 30 millimeter, and also a burst cannon. Then, of course, you can look at the secondary weapon. You've got the tow missile, the passive radar, as we can go ahead and look at Bravo 15 while we're talking about it.
Yeah, Bravo 15 is actually in the attack boat right now. He's in the DB-15.
So you've got your tow missile. Let's see exactly what he's using. He's using the tow missile, but you can also have the passive radar, laser-guided, Zuni rockets, TV-guided missile. Then you're also looking at the countermeasure, IR smoke screen, fire extinguisher, and active protection. And then, of course, the list will continue to kind of look the same across the board here for most of these. Just kind of look briefly here real fast. Of course, I was asked what the gyro stabilizer is. Basically, it allows you to be a little bit more maneuverable in the air until you are attacked. Once you're attacked, it basically kind of stabilizes itself. For what that's been the explanation I've received. I really haven't got the full intentions of what it's about, but that's what I've got so far.
Because every time we get into a plane, we end up getting exploded. So
I end up crashing right into a tree.
Or that too. Yeah, and by the way, I did manage to get into a plane. I saw a lot of people asking about the controls and all that stuff in the plane. And I have not really had, my experience in flying has usually just been hey, I'm flying, and then I'm dead. And I won't lie, I'm just not a great pilot. So, you know, I know that there are a lot of people out there going to be like, this noob. But in all honesty, it's just, you know, I'm a boots on the ground kind of guy. And the way that I see the flying here, it's a little bit more, I guess, responsive for me personally. I do notice that like it is a lot easier to turn. I feel a lot more comfortable in the plane, but you know, ultimately I do still crash. Needless to say though, awesome to use. And if you are a pilot in BF3, you're going to feel right at home here in BF4 as well.
I think so, and I think one of the questions is making sure that you can't just hover hovering with the jets. Of course, right now we're here. We can see that we have a player. We're on board here with Bravo 3. His teammate is right behind him
with the bomb.
So again, they're working as a squad right now, as he's been able to pick up one, and he's got his teammate to be able to give him some cover fire there. And so now again, let's just go ahead and hop into a little competitive action now, and just kind of talk about the game as is. So right now you can see that they've been able to pick up the bomb. They're going to be taking it here. Let's go and get an overview
they left the bomb.
Where they're going to be going at. The bomb carrier is right here, and he has been left out here on the beach. Again, you can be located by the map. You're indicated by that icon. As right now you can see that they're going ahead and giving him a quick revive. They will be able to pick up the bomb. Also another question that might be out there as well. Trying to go for the shock paddle, not going to happen. As now again, it's still 2-2 right now. There's 2 points left for the Russians and 2 points here for the Chinese.
Yeah, it's actually a neck-and-neck racer, Corey, as you can actually see that this Bravo player ended up getting taken out inside of the trenches. Bomb is actually going to be in the hands of, that will be Alpha 1. So Alpha 1 with the bomb, he's actually going to be currently 2-5 right now for his kill death. So he's, you know, doing all right, moderately decent, and now he's just a clear target. So I don't know if he's going to be okay.
He does have his teammates Alpha 7 and Alpha 8. They're going to give him some cover fire right now. It looks like he's going to hop into the ATV and just take off. Let's hop in here with the third-person view and see what he can do here. Of course, just like any of the other things like capture the flag, you do have the capability of hopping into a helicopter, ATV in this instance, anything that you'd like. Of course, it looks like he does have his teammate that will spawn on. Oh, picks up the roadkill. Now he's going to have to worry about that attack boat, but he is going all out, well, deep into the water. One of the things that you might wonder as well, if you do get taken down as a bomb carrier in the water, well, does the bomb float? Well, yeah.
It floats. And here's the thing. It's going to be very difficult for him to swim through this water here because, you know what, the wave is coming in here. He has to dive in. He's going to be taking a couple shots, so he needs to be careful about this, and he's going to get taken out. Bomb's going to be out in the middle of the water, and attack boat chased him on that one. That is insane, and it seems like that attack boat might get on the position there, but Alpha 7 is going to be there for the pickup, able to make that one happen. Finding a boat of his own, might try and hop in it, but he is going to get taken out as well.
You can see right now, you can see that Bravo 15 is trying to be able to pick up that bomb. His teammate has it right now. Let's go and figure out exactly who that's going to be. It looks like it's Bravo 5 right now. So Bravo 5, he's got the jet ski, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and take it right now. They're going towards, looks like they're going here towards C right now.
Seems like that. No, actually, yeah, it seems like that's where he's going to be going. All right, found his objective, so he's going to go right after that, see if he can plant that bomb. So, and no one's on the island to contest him either.
There was that question that I mentioned before. How is it indicated the hidden weapons? You saw that pistol icon that was showing up there. Now he's going to go for the plant. He will get that bomb down. Now here is the question as well. Bomb timer, how long is it? It really isn't that long, so you just have to give it enough cover to be able to allow that bomb to explode. Right now you can see that they've got a player, nice little cover fire there. He's able to pick up one, but it looks like he's going to get taken down though by the bomb exploding. And so now for the Russians, there's only C that's left.
Yep, that's right. So bomb was in fact delivered there, and there you can see the indicator popping up there letting you know what's going on. Now the bomb is going to go back to that island. So the battle is going to begin there. It's going to get really fast and really insane. Expect to see a lot of people, just a lot of players converging on opposite beaches there and trying to make their way over there because the new bomb's going to be located in a couple of seconds.
Looks like we have a little bit of battle going on, a little scuff between these two so far here on the main island. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see if the bomb has been dropped. You can see that these players are basically waiting to see if the bomb will spawn over there towards courtside, that basketball court that's over there, or if it's going to spawn here in the main area.
Yeah,
bomb has been located. It's going to spawn over by the docks. No one is there to be found.
Also, it was a different location that it spawned at.
Every single time, it's randomized. It's going to end up at different points, so it's going
But
to
in
end up
this
over
same
there.
island, though.
It's always going to be on the island.
Okay, so on the central island, but it will be a randomized spot.
Correct.
Awesome.
Look at this jet ski, though. Let's go and hop on board here with him.
I love jet ski gameplay.
All right, take that back. It's not a jet ski.
Now you just made me sad.
The way that he was cruising looked like he was on a jet ski.
Reckless with like no intention for other people. Yeah, jet ski players without a doubt.
Uh-oh, he's going to have to worry about it. He's got his teammates to give him some cover fire there. Nice little control there. He had his teammates actually come in on the flank, and he hops right back into the same boat that was needed. Again, they only have 1 point that's left, so you know that the Russians are going to go quickly on the defense. So we're going to take a look here at the overview.
Yeah, it's going to be Sea Island here for the
There's no
Russians.
one there. There's one that's out in the ocean just hanging out. But, of course, he's having a lot of trouble with this ocean right now. Look at those waves that are coming crashing down. Let's go ahead and hop back in here and find where that bomb carrier is. Again, that's Bravo 13. He's joined there with his teammates and looks like still having a little struggling there. He ends up falling out of the boat.
These waves are insane, Corey. They are.
Oh, no, this is one of the things that I was talking with Lars about. It's ridiculous on how much it makes an impact, how much air you can get in the water whenever the storm rolls through.
That's right. Now he's going to be taking a bomb over there. Bravo 5 has absolutely no opposition from what I can tell, and he is going to be able to make that plan happen.
Over.
And yeah, it is definitely going to be over here, Corey. This is going to the gold team without a doubt. They're going to hold this one down. They're going to end up winning this one, as they only lost one bomb site there. So just great gameplay from the Russian squad. Bomb was delivered. There you go. The GG for the count. 3-3 the gameplay here, and see what is going on as we actually have on screen Bravo 3, who actually has a bomb and he's going to plant it. So awesome.
Yeah, so just like that, right out of the gates, we're going to see this bomb planted here by Bravo 3. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see where his teammates are at. Looks like he's got quite a bit of cover there. We've got a Alpha 16 who's coming in on a jet ski, coming in hot, but the bomb will explode before he gets there. Again, you have to be able to protect your MCOM points, because watching how quick this bomb actually blows up, you really don't have a chance to be able to jump from island to island to try to give some cover there.
Yeah, and also something I wanted to point out too. So you can see here, right, that this player has a Russian flag on his gun.
That's pretty cool.
And that actually, if I'm correct, is a camo. So if I'm correct, could be wrong. I'll take another. Like, he didn't put a camo on his gun, so that's what he has on the weapon. Again, could be wrong with that, but because I've seen it with some guns, I haven't seen it with others.
I've seen it with, I think what it's going to end up being is an actual emblem for the players. So that's what you're going to see on these guns. Again,
Okay.
not a confirmation. That's my assumption. We can ask that question.
Yeah, and we more than likely will, of course. And you also can see that if we go into the, let me see if this player changed his camo here, because you actually have different camos for your player as well. Correct. So you don't just have camos for the guns, you have camos for your player. Not 100% if you have camos for vehicles. I don't think I saw camos on vehicles, but when I get the opportunity to, I will hop into the game and I will look, and then I will come back to you guys with an answer. But yeah, so there, camos galore here. You can really personalize your character the way that you want to, and it really is cool to see.
All right, so you can see that we're on with Bravo 2. Bravo 2 trying to be able to get that bomb pickup. Again, you don't have to hit any use key. Immediately, once you walk over the bomb, it's immediately picked up. Currently, of course, he's on the Chinese, so he's going to be shooting at the blue team, or better known as the Russians. Right now, the Chinese have taken out the A point so far, and we'll see what he's going to do here. Of course, he's just walking his merry way to the beach.
I mean, usually
he's enjoying his day.
I mean, sometimes you just got to go for a nice stroll on the beach, sipping pina coladas, and that's what he's doing there. Hip-firing his life away.
Probably not as informed on the game.
He's hip-firing his life away.
0-3, yeah. So
it's like sometimes, in worst case scenario, you just say YOLO. That's what Daniel would say, and that's basically what I'm going to have to go with here. By the way, I'm looking here, and I've been finding so much action on my side that it worries me as to why we're not constantly on the screen of Golden Boy, because I just have action for days, Corey. And this guy's 7-2 that I'm following. No, never mind. He's Alpha 13. I'm not following a 7-2 guy. Let me see. I'm following.
You're just saying a lot of stuff.
I'm just trying to be a
ranting and raving about things
that doesn't matter. The Golden Boy way. Oh man, but. Taking a look here, though, as if I'm correct, that was going to be Alpha 13 or something. Ends up getting taken out on that one. He is going to be our first place player there, as you can see. Alpha 14, though, is going to take first place now, or was in first place, but Alpha 13 came back with a fury. And, of course, I'm looking at Alpha 14 here. He actually is rocking an awesome class. Let me see. Well, actually, he's using that U100 MK5, and he's got that bayonet. I had a chance to use the machete, by the way. So awesome.
So awesome.
So awesome. It is really like, if you just play Battlefield 4, you unlock the machete, just play the machete.
I don't know how Alpha 14 is doing as well as he is, because he was just shooting at a squad member. One of the great things that I like about this spectator mode is it allows you to actually see their squad. So let's go and hop on with a squad that's doing so well. That's going to be Delta Squad. That's doing pretty well so far. They're actually all grouped up here on this building. Of course, Alpha 14 is a part of that squad, so maybe even with that being said, they're still being pretty dominant. But where is the bomb at right now? Because it looks like the action's happening over here. It looks like the heli has been able to pick up at least one, and just moving about. So we'll watch some helicopter play here.
Oh yeah, why not? Always
see the perspective and see where there's some variances that have happened. But right there.
It's a sea of gold. He can just pick off anyone that he wants here. He does manage to take out one player there, so that's going to be a good win for him. The Z11W, as you can see, flying low to the water there, able to pick off another player as well. And Alpha 13, man, dominating with this helicopter at this point in time. He is currently going to be 11-2. So these guys, you know, Alpha 13 and 14 have been really dominating this game. And Alpha 3 also 10-2. So big shout out to him. So you can see the bomb going to be right in front of Alpha 13. He is going to get taken out. And, you know, it's amazing when you have an eye in the sky that's just going to be watching the bomb. And now you just got to get your teammates over there. And look, now he's going after this attack boat.
Let's go and hop back in there real fast and see exactly whether or not he can be able to pick this one up. Of course, one of the things he needs to worry about, it's very difficult to be able to finish the job there. He does pick off one of the gunners right there. Goes diving deep and taken down. Oh, not yet. He's still alive. And it looks like he's finally going to get taken down. Let's go ahead and look over here and see where the bomb carrier is. It's going to be making its way over here towards this point. The bomb has been planted over there in the B site right here for the Chinese. Looks like the Russians are trying to even this one back up, and it will happen again.
Nice.
That bomb timer is super short.
Yeah, like
it's like a Looney Tunes, the cutting the wire there for the TNT on how short it is.
You know, and the thing for me that I'm looking at here is you need to have bodies there, right? So you need to be prepared. If you see that the bomb has been picked up by the other team, you have to get there as soon as you possibly can, perhaps a redeploy or something like that. I mean, you just need to get there as soon as possible. I really do think that players like that 1Z11W helicopter pilot that we saw a little while ago, Bravo 13, if you have guys like that who are out there helping you out, that could really be great. I mean, honestly, it's just, and you can see some defib gameplay, of course. He tried to revive his buddy. Oh,
well,
man.
Those are the enemy.
Okay. Oh, because we're in Spectator.
There you go. Nice.
There you go. Thank you,
Happy
Corey.
to realize that.
Thank you, Corey. You just always know what to say. So now the bomb is actually going to be right here, right by this.
That's actually
statue.
good to know right there, is the fact that you can't just clip through a wall. If the bomb is on the other side, you just can't just rub up against the wall and pick up the bomb. I know other games have some clipping issues, and right there, that's a good thing right out of the gate to know that you can't clip the wall to be able to pick up the bomb.
Yeah, I mean that is awesome. Of course, I mean I know that there are a lot of people that are very vocal about that. You know, they don't like things going through walls. If it's a realistic game, it makes absolute perfect sense. So I understand without a doubt. So yeah, looking here now as this is actually going to be Alpha 3, and he's going to be in a world of hurt. And remember too, he's going to be identified because that bomb, is in his possession. So he is going to be in a bit of trouble here. Let's see if he can stay alive for as long as he can. Actually, he ends up getting taken out, so that's unfortunate. As who are you hopping on board with now?
Let's take a look here. That's actually interesting. And that's Alpha 3 who's using the FLIR scope. Let's go and hop back in here, and we'll see if we can find that bomb carrier now. As right now we're Bravo 1. Bomb has is starting to move its way out there. Back over here to Alpha 13. That trench now, it's going to be complete trench warfare between these two, fighting over that bomb. As right now Alpha 6 is just over the top, giving some cover fire. They're shooting long range here.
Wow, and actually getting some shots. So that was a...
reload. Bravo 13 will be able to finish the job. Let's go again, hop back over here with the bomb carrier. Again, it's just going back and forth here inside of this trench, still waiting. Again, we're here with Alpha 9 right now. Full health. Of course, the reason why you're seeing that blinking red is because he is a bomb carrier. There's a little indicator on the bomb as well. Gonna go and hop out of the trench, able to pick up 1. He needs to be able to worry about his 6. They're gonna come smashing in. And they're gonna pick up that bomb as well. So now, again, it's just that tug-of-war battle that goes between these two teams.
Yeah, always, you gotta always expect that, obviously. I mean, especially with a game type such as this, it's always gonna be so fast and frantic that you really just, you're never gonna know what you're gonna get with something like this. So now taking a look here as we are on board with Bravo 1, and he's gonna do everything that he can to stay alive here. He does manage to pick up a few kills. And there's going to be no one pushing in the trenches. A couple players to his right side, though, is not aware of it as he comes out. Shots fired as he's going to get taken out. One player was going to be on his right side, and he was not aware. Bomb down right by the trenches once again. Has been picked up by Bravo 9. So let's see what he's going to do here with this LMG. He's actually using that PKP Petschneg, which unfortunately doesn't really help him out all that much as he gets taken out.
Well, the reason being is we take a look here, you can see all of the different types of vehicles that are in this area that are making a difference. There was one that was here on this attack boat that was making a lot of play there. Now they have some cover again. Alpha 13 has been in this heli for quite a while, but he does have another player to worry about there. We'll kind of watch this dogfight happen between these two. You've got one that's going to parachute down and hop right into the action. But this is the reason why that bomb has been alive for as long as it has been. Again, they're going to continue battling back and forth here.
Yeah, this is, I'm looking at it from like this POV. It's pretty nuts. From the free cam POV, and it seems as if the Bravo team ended up winning that whole encounter there, and bomb has not been thrown down just yet, as it is currently going to be in the middle of the ocean. Alpha 9 with possession of it. He dived under the water, by the way, when that boat was making his way over to him, and somehow managed to stay alive, but unfortunately bullets definitely will hit you, and as he came up from the water there, he ends up getting taken out, and now the bomb is going to be in the hands of the Bravo team.
Yeah, so you got that really, really rocky water here to worry about. You can see again, one of the things that was mentioned there by Lars is the rolling hills. And look at that, right there at the beach, there goes Alpha 4. He's gonna get ran over. I mentioned it too, that's kind of the irony of it all, is I mentioned it during the talking with Lars, is that I haven't yet seen anybody get ran over by a boat yet. And sadly enough, we saw a player go down.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Things happen, of course, and now, these players are trying to, actually, he has 2 people with him, so this bomb carrier should be in a pretty good spot. So long as his teammates make their way over and support him, he should be okay. Of course, he has to make his way over to the, I believe that is going to be the A bomb site, but he is going to get taken out, unfortunately.
Alpha 16 had the right idea as he was pushing in with that attack boat. Now he's giving some cover there, allowing his teammates to kind of slide in there, pick up the bomb, and make something happen. Great job here now by Alpha 16, trying to make the best of the worst possible situation there by being beached.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you just got to do what you do.
It's basically now just turned into a turret, and let's go ahead and now hop in here with Alpha 4.
Alpha 4 has the bomb in hand, and again, that glowing red thing there, it will definitely throw you off, and I think that's just like one of the things with the bomb, you're just going to be a target the entire time you have it in your hands. Alpha 4 also going to be taking some shots, currently going to be at 66 health right now, and is going to do everything he can to make his way.
Falling right behind him.
Oh, man.
Now you also got to be able to worry about Bravo 16 coming across there. Alpha 16 barely missing him. And so now we've got 2 boats that are going to be coming in from both sides here.
Yep, and of course, it seems as if they're going to
approach that objective, because you either go just head on and pick it up and run with it, or you wait for the other team to pick it up, move it, and then you take out the enemy, steal the bomb from them, and then bring it to the bomb site.
Yeah, I noticed there's just like a lot of variety in how you can approach it,
Yes.
right? And I think that's a really cool thing about Obliteration, for sure.
Yeah, no, I love that shit. And also on top of that, once you have the bomb, you need to be very careful on how you get to the objectives. And as you're taking out the objectives and they become fewer, you start with 3 and you take it down to 1. The enemy will know exactly where you're heading.
Yeah.
That means that they will set up a defense around that spot and try to take you out as you approach. So then you really need to play as a team. So if the opposing team sets up a good defense, you need a very good opposing team on your side to actually break through that defense and plant the bomb.
Yeah, and you can actually see right here that the Russian squad, the blue team, they completely ignored the bomb carrier Bravo 5, who is pretty much just a clear way over here to this bomb site. He's going to plant it over at the A side. And wow, I mean, already, so now you're really getting that whole, you have to understand what Patrick's talking about. I know a lot of our seasoned vets in the Battlefield community, they definitely are like, we know, we're going to set it up, Patrick, don't worry about it, we'll be okay. But he does manage to destroy it there too, so now they're only going to have 2 bomb sites left to destroy.
Yeah, so when they detonate, I think this is a wake-up call for the other team that they need to change their tactics. Some people just ignore to play the game mode, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
They just wanted to frag as much as possible, and they just ignore the actual game mode. But then, of course, that will drain you from winning the round. So I think there's a wake-up call now for the team that just lost one of their sites, and they will definitely try to find the bomb and/or defend their bomb sites.
Yeah, I noticed right there as we jumped on board with this sniper there that there are tracers on the snipers. So
yes.
I like that a lot because I want to know where I'm getting shot from, which always makes me happy.
Yeah.
So now I want to ask you about Battlefield 4 Premium, right?
Yep.
As you can see here, we have a guy, Holes Lagor on Twitter, who actually asked about Premium. Is that something that's going to be coming with Battlefield 4 when it releases?
Yes, we will release the Premium package for release, so that people know that if they get it, they will get all the 5 expansion packs automatically 2 weeks in advance as they get released over the post-launch campaign. And the idea is basically the same as in Battlefield 3, where you pay up front, you get everything that is associated with Battlefield and more.
Okay, so that's good to know. I know that a lot of people, when they saw Premium, they were like, okay, I want to know more, but I'm not entirely positive. So makes perfect sense there. And then, so now jumping back into the game, jumping back into Battlefield, I know we're going to a bunch of different questions because this is all stuff that's coming from you guys, the community. I want to know about the dynamic, our Levolution maps, the dynamic maps, right? Now, is the mission of Levolution to be in every map in Battlefield 4, or is it just something that you guys are, going to have in certain maps, and some maps are going to not have Levolution, but other aspects of it, not like a big event, something like that. What's been the mission there with DICE?
The concept of Levolution is to have, create dynamic environments, as in completely dynamic environments, and not only have one thing like something falling over or have one wall being destroyed. It's more about the concept of everything being dynamic.
Okay.
So the example of the ship barging on the shore, for instance, is just one piece of that Levolution concept. You can see destruction being upped quite a lot in the game. More or less everything is destructible. You can take down full buildings. We also have small elements like birds flying off from bushes to reveal your position. We have metal detectors, you can open and close doors.
Yeah.
We have elevators you can ride, stuff like that creates a very dynamic playground for you. And that is of course just the backdrop to the actual action going on. So for the players that are, the smarter player will be more efficient in a dynamic world. And then on top of that, you have, like in the Paracel Storm example, weather changes.
Yes.
That drastically changes not only view distance and the way a map feels and looks, but also the waves then becoming really high.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Completely new way of playing on water that we haven't really seen in any multiplayer game before. So Levolution is definitely a concept that will be applied on all maps in the game.
Okay, so without a doubt. Now, this is something I am personally curious about, not a community thing. But let's say I decide to, me personally, host a tournament with this amazing spectator mode, and I'm just like, I want to host a tournament, and I like the Levolution aspect, but is there going to be an ability to toggle it, or is it just always going to be a factor in the map no matter what?
We're actually looking into ways, if we need to, if people really feel like it's a bad thing or it creates a problem, then we'll of course look into ways of having options to limit things. But the idea is to, depending on game mode, you will actually get different aspects of this on your map. You can see, in this game mode it's full on, for instance, but when you play Domination, it's not as important because it's not circling around several islands. It's more about one island.
That's right.
So
that's right.
The waves are not as big as a problem, etc., etc. So the smaller, faster, tighter game modes will not be affected as much as the Conquest or the Rush or the Obliteration game modes.
Okay. And now in the Obliteration game mode here, I do want to ask you about the Levolution in here, because I know that the tidal waves come up, right?
Yep.
Does the ship crash into the island as well, like in Conquest?
Yes.
Okay. So I know that was something I saw a lot of people asking me as well in regards to that too.
But we're looking into different things. You can see that the windmill here is on fire, so it's probably closing in on something happening quite soon. And you can also see that, I saw the team that you were following, that they were actually sticking together quite well.
Yeah.
So they are probably a really good team. I think they will get that bomb planted.
Get that objective. Yeah, and actually they did end up planting it over at B, and they have defense there as well. They're trying to hold this one down as best they possibly can. And we are actually going to be jumping over to Bravo 16 now, who could revive his teammate, but opts not to. Actually, I don't know if he could. No, actually, yeah, he could have. Oh, what a bad teammate. But yeah, so that is certainly something cool to know there in regards to the Levolution. I know that, and they do manage to actually plant and destroy the B bomb site, so that's going to be a win for them. Now, I heard you mention something about Domination, and I know that a lot of people have been asking me that as well. Run me through Domination a little bit, because we're not going to get to see it here on the live stream, but I think it is going to be good to at least mention it there. Yeah. What is the Domination game type? How does it play out, and what is it meant for?
Domination is a game mode that is the idea is that it's more or less like Conquest, but it's a very fast-paced, very agile version of Conquest.
Okay.
So you control and hold flags, but it doesn't take as long to cap them, and you have fewer flags. And it's a smaller game mode in general, so it's a more competitive way of playing Conquest, you could argue. We're actually showing it here at Gamescom, but behind closed doors on PlayStation 4.
So if I'm understanding this correctly here, this is the island where you will play on for Domination, and it'll probably be like 3 different points here that will be spread across, and it's like that fast pace, like hold it down, get the kills, push up, try and control spawns, things like that. I'm personally excited for that, because that definitely, as an infantry guy, I just love playing infantry combat. That really does make me happy. Now, do you have plans of introducing vehicles into that, or is it just purely infantry because of the small scale of the map?
Yeah, the goal is actually to have it more focused on infantry, but then of course maybe throwing in some light vehicles there just for transport. But the core idea is to have it focused on infantry, because again, we don't want all game modes to be focusing on the same thing. Yeah. Because the diversity of the battlefield as a system is huge.
Yes.
Oh, they took out the...
No, actually...
we're following the...
Yeah, we're following... Yeah, because remember, these guys are actually not playing it here.
That is
They're
correct.
playing on the other side. So we're jumping... Yeah, we're jumping all over the place here, man.
People were happy, so I thought someone won.
Oh, because, when you're playing Battlefield, you always got to clap.
There you go. No, but in general, the goal for Domination is to create a faster-paced Conquest variation that is really competitive, really agile, focusing on the infantry experience.
Yeah, and I'm getting a couple more questions here in regards to Spectator mode, and I feel I do want to ask this. So are there plans to bring the Spectator mode to the next-gen consoles? Is that something that you guys...
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
All right. So when the game comes out, Golden Boy can run his tournaments on Battlefield tournaments, Domination
on next-gen consoles.
On next-gen consoles. You heard it here first, guys. I'm running tournaments, and you guys are gonna love it. Oh, we actually just saw a melee kill there. Now that's actually really cool that that you guys threw that melee I guess action into it, right?
Yeah, the counter kinds of.
Well, the fact is that you have, we get questions even to the point of, hey, we saw those EA Sports etched glasses. Where do we get that at? Well, luckily we've got them. I don't know where you can get them.
Truth be told, I think this is your cup, and I think this is mine.
Oh no! Well,
good thing you didn't drink from that one.
Whew. That was a close one. All right, now we can go ahead and hop back into the game. Yeah, these are the EA Sports glasses that we were talking about. We'll be back into Obliteration right now. And already the Chinese are down 1-3 at this point.
Not looking good here for those guys, without a doubt. Just want to say real quick to elaborate, just had an amazing interview there with Patrick Bach, and he had confirmed for me and for all of my console friends out there, because I'm a console guy, Corey Dunn's a PC
Master
guy.
Race?
PC's not the Master Race, man. Stop doing that. That's just hurtful, That's just hurtful.
Keyboard, mouse, KBM.
Spectator mode will be in the next-gen consoles. Woo! So excited.
It's great. No, it's great
so
to sit there and get the chance to really get into it and see it on the next gen. Also, it's been great to watch how the gaming scene has evolved over the past few years, especially with the Spectator mode. Daniel Matros, we'll get the chance to talk to him on Saturday.
Yes,
he was the one that created the Spectator mode. The great thing is that I asked him at E3, he knows about where the Spectator mode in general, why it originated off the start. It was strictly for adminning purposes. So that way you could see who's cheating. When you can hop into those servers, I know that guy's hacking. This is before any type of anti-cheat. It was just a great thing to sit there.
Okay, so maybe he wasn't camping.
There's not camping. Yeah, look, there's nobody else on the server right now.
I'm just not a fan of that. That guy actually parachuted in, and he ended up dying as he fell into the water on my screen. That was awesome.
See if Alpha. Oh no, he doesn't make it.
He just keeps on doing it. It's great.
This isn't Red Bull. You can't just dive into the.
That's hilarious there. All right, well, we are on board here with Bravo 11, as you can see him here on the left side of your screen.
We got a squad of 4 right there.
That's right. Squad of 4. You can have a squad of 4, squad of 5, squad of 3. You can have multiple squads. We cover that. Also, someone did mention about the weapons that were available here at Gamescom. Guys, just so you are aware, the weapons that are available are, again, I don't know if these are all the weapons. So we're not privy to that. We just know that there are a lot of them.
I will state though, so these may not be all of the weapons. Again, we'll sit there and rehash that just to make sure that it doesn't end up anywhere. But really though, these are completely unlocked. So these are different battle packs that you'll see, different types of guns that you can acquire, premium type guns. These are guns and attachments of all different avenues that you can take to get to have them all. So some of them you may not even be available. So again, these just something to note. You may not be able to access all of them if you're just playing as basic as you get to it.
Yeah, and Corey, also, someone did ask something here. Chadman70 actually asked me if we can actually show.
Neil's a good guy.
We can show the squads. We can show how the squad view looks there when you cycle through the different squads. Yep. So there you can see, you actually use the up and down arrows there to cycle through the squads. All it really shows is what class they are and the kill death of the squad as a whole. Currently.
Doesn't mean that we won't see any type of objective-based type of information, seeing whether or not a capture happened. And right there you can see he pulls away the dog tags. That was Bravo 14 who picks up that kill there. But also, one of the things that we can kind of look at too, or kind of talk about as well, is the counterattack. I had the chance to counterattack.
Yeah.
And right now I still think there needs to be some minor tweaks. And I know that they'll still work through the process. You can't just spam the F key and hope that you get that counter knife.
Yeah.
As soon as you see it, as soon as you know that you're being attacked, you can't just spam the F key. That doesn't work.
Okay.
But there is a chance where as soon as you see it, it's enough time for a really highly competitive player to be able to be ready for it. Again, most players who are doing keyboard and mouse playing on the PC, you've got your ASWD. F is right there to be able to quickly do the counterattack.
Yeah, and I'm unfortunately not very adept at that. I'm always like, where is it? So I can't wait till I play on controller. But yeah, so I do see that, you know, there is, and of course there are going to be tweaks there. And going back to spectator mode, you know, that squad option there that we were just cycling through a little while ago, that was not present at E3. We were simply tabbing out, finding the players that were doing really well and clicking on them, and then that's how we ended up going to those players. We could not have that option of individually selecting a player in a squad. That, to me, is an amazing addition. And again, you know, Daniel Matros, he is always looking at ways to improve it. Of course, we've been talking to him too as shoutcasters who use spectator modes on a frequent basis. You know, Corey has a very vast background in that, you know, in regards to production and all. So he looks at it and says, hey, this is something that could look good. And from what I see, it definitely is stepping in the right direction for sure.
So one of the things that we can sit there and talk about as well, it's been mentioned about the terrain and how it will make an impact there for Sir here on Paracel Storm. You can see how much of an impact it makes once the storm starts to roll in. It's very difficult whenever you're in any type of amphibious vehicle trying to get about, whether you're in the attack boat, whether you're just in the regular boat, as well as on the jet ski. It's very difficult to maneuver through those waves. It does take an actual time to get yourself trained and ready for it. So that's something to kind of mention in there.
Yep, and I'm actually trying to see if I can find some sniper gameplay, by the way, because I know we have actually Alpha 14 on the Alpha squad for the blue team. He's actually going to be sniping here.
Alpha 14?
Yep, let's actually go ahead and find him. So he's using the tab select option, right? And I used the squad option, so I was able to cycle through the squad. Ooh, he unfortunately gets taken out there. And the cool part there is that while in tab view, you can't really tell what they're rocking, but in the squad view, when you actually utilize the squad options, which, by the way, Delta squad is just tearing it up with 22 kills, but Charlie squad's doing equally as good with 12 kills. You can just clearly tell, like, you know, who's using what are the classes and all that good stuff. So again, there's just all that diversity there, and really makes me happy to see that so many different players using a variety of weapons that are, at least they're trying them out here with their limited time with the game.
All right, so right now we're here with Bravo 11 to kind of take a look there. He's using the 20 times zoom, which is going to make it extremely difficult for anything that's that kind of close quarters.
Yeah, and the 20 times zoom, by the way, which is something that I saw a lot of people asking us, you know, that stuff is in the game. There's a 20 time zoom and there's a 10 time zoom. I think 20 is as far as it goes, though. It doesn't go anywhere beyond that. I mean, I don't think that they make any scopes that go beyond that anyway. But yeah, the 20 time zoom is a demon. I have not had the opportunity to use it myself, but I can't tell you that it is crazy good. So yeah, of course, taking a look here, Bravo 11, going to see if he can actually pick off a sniper shot here on a player on a boat, but does not find anyone. Let's see if I actually get this long range shot here, because that would be amazing if he was able to do so. But yeah, so you guys asked for sniper gameplay live on Twitter, and we got it for you, because that is what we do here, fellas. We get the community together, and we try our absolute best to make sure that you guys are happy with what you're seeing. So Bravo 11 still sniping, trying to shoot this one guy. Unfortunately, he's not able to do so.
So the question, I got a question here saying, can you get revived underwater? Thought I saw that someone to do it earlier. Now that's the difference, though, is whether you're standing or swimming. Once you're swimming, the only thing that you can do is swim and shoot. So I guess you can do two things, but basically the only thing you can do with an actual weapon of sorts is shoot your pistol. You can't pull out anything else additional, so you can't use your shock paddles, or you can't use your defibrillators, you can't use your repair tool. None of those things are possible. So you may have seen that happen, but it was right at the edge of the water while the player that was using the defibrillators was standing.
Okay. So there's some information there on the defibs, of course. Chad Man just said I need to get a haircut. That's not cool. I just got a haircut. I mean, it wasn't the best one. You know, I didn't go to my barber, unfortunately, you know, but it is what it is. Okay, so Luton09 actually asked, guys, a lot of people are asking about this. How do Battlepacks work? And Battlepacks is something that we still aren't really privy on information of, but for right now, the way it basically is, Battlepacks are just, you know, things that you get in the game. That's what I know. You know, again, not sure how much we, you know, well, not about that, but just like how much we know about it, because again, this is an ever-changing process. So what battle packs are right now could be different, 2 weeks from now. But from the way I see it, battle packs are simply just things that you get in game that kind of help you out a little bit and boost you up. But again, it's something that we just aren't exactly sure on ourselves.
So we'll definitely make sure for day 3, 4, and 5, we'll make sure we figure out exactly what that is. I have seen, while playing the game, I have seen some indicators that sit there and have a battle pack looking, or a case that's right next to the weapon, so you may only be able to pick up those weapons or access those weapons through battle packs.
Okay.
So that may be something that to look at there. But again, we'll make sure, put in the back of our mind, we'll ask that question.
Yeah, battle packs are something that we are always, very aware of, But of course, as we descend here at the end of our broadcast, showing you guys some Obliteration gameplay, hopefully these guys can wrap it up here in a little bit, because the CN team's getting mollywopped right now. Although one team actually is sitting at 34 kills, 34 kills, 20 deaths. They're really not working too well. Another one, 33 and 17 squad. So the Alpha and Delta squad there for the Bravo team are doing quite an amazing job, but unfortunately not really doing all that well in the staying alive department. Bomb was dropped, though, as you can see there on the screen, as we're taking a look here at Bravo 10, who's an engineer. And some engineer gameplay for you guys. He's actually going to be using a G36C, so I know a lot of people care about that G36C, with a laser sight, heavy barrel, and a vertical grip, as well as a red dot hollow sight.
Those of you at home, again, we're wrapping things up here for the Battlefield 4 stream here, Y mode here, being known as Obliteration. So one of the things that will happen over time that you can realize that you saw on the screen is right now the bomb is not located on the map. Just recently, a bomb was planted and blew up one of these MCOM points. And then from there, there's time that passes, allowing teams to kind of maneuver around the map. And then from there, the bomb will be randomized and put back up onto the map. But the main point to bring up, though, is that it will be located on this island right here.
You see it right
so that's
there.
where we're going to go ahead and spot where that bomb is going to be located here.
Yeah, so in case you guys are wondering what this would play out like, if you're ever familiar with a neutral bomb game type in any other FPS that you may have played, neutral bomb, basically, one bomb, you got to go after it. The battle is going to begin there, and then from there, the journey to take that over to one of the other bomb sites. And it definitely is going to be a journey because, again, we're playing on Paracel Storm, and, Paracel Storm, it's an island-based map. You can see there the bomb is actually located right next to that tanker, and again, Paracel Storm is a big map that has a lot of open space, water as well. It's gonna be tough to take it over to those MCOM points. So look for a lot of teamwork here from squads, as we actually see a squad of 3 that's gonna be moving up here, trying to see if they can secure this. And they don't have any opposition near them right now this second. And they have actually a helicopter above them that's giving them some kind of support. So this is certainly going to help them out a lot. They just need to make their way over to that last MCOM point, which is going to be A for the gold team.
Yeah, so you take a look here. This is what it's like in the first-person perspective of the bomb carrier. There's 2 different types of indicators. One, you can see in the bottom right-hand side of your screen, that's basically what the bomb looks like, that little icon. Also, one of the things to note, of course, you're blinking red the whole time.
Yeah.
You can see how players can notice you from afar. You're also, again, you're indicated on the map as well the entire time. So no matter what, the bomb can be found at any point. So just take all those different items into consideration whenever you're the bomb carrier, and also whenever you're trying to defend your point. So right now, again, the Russians still have 2 available points. They're still holding on to 2 MCOM points, and the Chinese only have 1 left. So you can kind of scan around the map and see exactly where these points are. So this point right here, you can see that point has been blown up. As we look at another point, this is the Russian side. That point is still available.
So basically, at the top of the screen there, the gold team, they only have 1 point left to destroy.
Correct.
And then the other team, the blue team, they have 2 points left to destroy. So
back up. Those are the points that you have to defend.
Okay.
Those are the points you have to defend.
Okay.
So that's allowing your team to know, okay, guys, we still have A, we still have C. B has been taken out. We can basically let that one go. As for the Chinese, we only have A left, and we need to make sure that we hold it down, because right now, as you can see, Let's go and take a look here at the overview right now. You can see that the bomb is ticking away here and seeing if this is going to last any much longer. Nope, that's going to do it right there. So you see, again, just getting the bomb down, picking up the rounds, and hop into the game now. As you can see, all right out of the gates, the Chinese have lost their C point. And again, just kind of looking around, you can see, take a look here, the bomb has not been dropped yet. One of the things that I realized too is I like how the bomb isn't immediately respawns right after a bomb has exploded at a point. Is there a reason behind going into that?
I think we've noticed with game modes that it's very easy if you have these constant transitions between one thing happening, one objective achieved, and then jumping on to the next one. It's very easy to end up in an extreme confusion. You almost need to kind of get lower the adrenaline flow, get your bearings, and then get into it again. And we also added the random factor so it wouldn't be totally predictable and, you know, a pile of C4 waiting for you when you get to it.
I'm happy about that one. It is random too. I mean, I've noticed the different points that it comes in at. I think that over time,